Have you ever been going about your day and something small, a casual comment or a harmless action, suddenly triggers you? A wave of anxiety or unease bubbles up, seemingly out of nowhere. You're left with a lingering, sour taste in your mouth that starts to seep into the rest of your day, affecting everything that you do. Typically, what we do is we brush it off. We try to ignore it and move on. But what if, instead of pushing it aside and pretending like it didn't happen, we dug a little deeper? What if these kinds of subtle reactions are actually highlighting something extremely important? What if we needed to try and find our way to the root of these negative reactions to finally make them stop? I used to ignore these feelings too. It genuinely is so much easier to do so. Avoiding our emotions is so much less uncomfortable than diving headfirst into them. And shining that light on our emotions invites vulnerability into our life. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think we could all use a little more vulnerability with each other. The truth is, those small triggers can highlight areas of our life that need work and need release. They signal parts of ourselves that are asking for attention. And every single time we brush it aside, we're allowing those emotional blockages to build up even more. So how do we gain control over these triggers? How do we approach them in a way that leads to genuine growth and freedom? It starts with allowing ourselves to actually feel, to process the rising emotions without judgment. Now, there's a hidden key in that sentence, which is the make or break factor that determines whether or not someone is going to be able to overcome their emotional triggers. And that is without judgment. That's a key part of that sentence. Judgment looks like calling yourself crazy for feeling the way that you do, or getting frustrated and asking yourself, why do I always react this way? This kind of self-criticism only buries emotions deeper into your psyche, making them even harder to address in the future. Instead, try to be your own best friend. Listen to yourself attentively without labeling your emotions as good or bad. Simply observe your emotions just as they are, and allow yourself to feel them fully. Imagine giving yourself the space to fully feel without judgment, like a true best friend would. Allow yourself to experience each emotion without that nagging voice that's so quick to criticize or dismiss it. Explain to yourself why you feel the way you do, without the fear of sounding crazy. Finally, accept your emotions. Accept that it's okay to feel them and that they're valid. Acceptance is what allows us to finally let go. It's what lets us recognize that these emotional blockages aren't permanent. They don't define us. The next time you face a situation that would typically trigger you, you'll find yourself more equipped to handle it. Your reaction will feel less consuming and you'll feel more in control. By embracing our emotions, we begin to free ourselves of the baggage that is constantly weighing us down. We're no longer carrying unprocessed feelings from one situation to the next, reacting from a place of pain rather than a place of peace. This journey of self-acceptance and self-compassion lets us live lighter without all of that emotional baggage. Processing your emotions instead of suppressing them is the path to growth. So let yourself be. Be kind to yourself. Understand why certain things may trigger you and support yourself through that process. We're all on this journey to find our most authentic selves. I believe one of the most important ways to do that is through our emotions. Let's all process those emotions together so we can live as better, less reactive people. Everyone has got to feel sometimes, including you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you were able to find the littlest of takeaways from this video given the lifestyle that you live and the conditions that you face. As a reminder, modifications of any of this advice is completely okay. You're doing something that you can do, and that is something you should be proud of. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the flippity flop.